All right, so Wednesday I went in for IV fluids because I was starting to feel lightheaded when I stood up. And then Thursday I kept my appointment to go in, and I was kind of set up for like 4 different appointments. So I was supposed to, when I got there, they immediately hooked me. They had kept my IV in, and then they hooked me up with more IV fluids, and then they did they took my blood draws, and then they got me right in with Dr. Chella, and then they were able to I guess that was the extent of it. It kind of was like 4 different times that I was supposed to, but they just kind of melted it all together. The last 3 days I've had a lot of flu-like symptoms, and so it feels like I have the flu, and I still have this kind of scratchy throat sound. So he thinks the thrush just kind of settled in my throat this time. So I'm just on some fluconazole, but also he was not very happy with me because I'm not able to keep much down, and it's like kind of a fine balance of how much meds I take to stop things. I'm not throwing up, so you can imagine, but if I stop it too much, then there's a lot of bleeding, and then I kind of go numb and I get the chills. And then if it's the other variety, it just runs right through me, and that's kind of the variety that I've been having, and it's creating some problems, I guess. I had probably 6 of my numbers were either high or low, so I had my monocytes were up, and some, I'm not going to remember it all, but I had like 5 or 6 that were out of the normal. And usually I'm just high in one area, or not even 2 areas. I think mostly just one thing is elevated. And this time a lot of things were kind of out of whack. And so when I met with the doctor, he was very concerned, but he didn't even say the word concerned. He said he was scared. And I was like, I'm your patient. You are not allowed to use the word scared. That's scary. So probably use a different word. So he goes, okay, we're worried. He's like, we love you in this office and we need to keep you around. And he said, I have a feeling that he felt my stomach and it's distended and hard. He thinks that I have some abdominal infection going on, and it's creating these side effects. And that's why meds aren't necessarily helping. And so the worry is that if it continues, then it's the infection will be the thing that becomes the major problem. And so he threatened me with steroids, which I detest. I detest steroids. I don't like them at all. And he knows that, but he said that that I have to go back in on Monday for more fluids, and then again on Friday. So he's giving me a kind of a week, I think, to kind of see if I can get things under control myself. And if not, then I'll have to take a break from therapy, from treatment, and do some steroids. So, bummer. So it wasn't really a reassuring visit, and definitely felt kind of off. So of course, we knew this journey was not going to be the simplest of journeys. And then in the midst of that, look at this. Oh my, are you guys embarrassed for me? I don't know what to think. It's a little crazy. It'll calm down. Anyway.